In this video, I'll show you how to make the perfect gift for women by reusing this type of wood. For this project, we will be reusing these 10 parquet flooring pieces. They measure 21 centimeters long by 6.5 centimeters wide. I removed the nails, and now, using the bandsaw, I will cut all of them in this position to remove the part that is dirty with tar and sand. The part to be used will be 11 millimeters thick. I've already set the saw to this measurement. To avoid damaging the saw, I've cleaned all the pieces where they will be cut. Using the thickness planer, I'll make 8 pieces 8 millimeters thick and 2 pieces 6 millimeters thick. Here I will cut the 10 pieces on one side, removing only 2 millimeters to clean them. Five of them will be cut to 6 centimeters wide. One will be cut into 2 parts of 3 centimeters each. I will add these 2 small strips of ivory-colored wood to the project. They are already adjusted to 6 millimeters by 8 millimeters. Next, I will glue these 5 pieces together. With a brush, I'll apply some glue to the strips. The glue is applied on the side where they measure 8 millimeters, the same thickness as these pieces. I'll place them like this. I've joined them all, now I will clamp them together. Now I'll clean the excess glue. Here, I'll protect it by placing a piece of masking tape. On top, I'll place a piece of wood to help secure it. Here I'll place clamps, tightening slightly. Now with this type of clamp, I'll tighten them so they're well glued. This wood was placed to prevent the glued parts from warping. I'll leave it like this until the glue dries. In the next step, I'll use the router with a 6 millimeter straight bit and the edge guide to make a groove in each of the 4 pieces cut to 6 centimeters wide. The bit is set to make a 4 millimeter deep cut, and the edge guide is set to 8 millimeters. Here I'll cut 2 pieces to 13.2 centimeters and 2 pieces to 19 centimeters. All will be cut at both ends at a 45-degree angle, always with the groove side down. The 2 pieces left at 6 millimeters thick will be cut to 62 millimeters wide. I squared off one end. Now both pieces will be cut to 18.2 centimeters. I'll fix any nail marks by applying a bit of glue to the holes and then sanding with 220 grit sandpaper. I'll do this on the other pieces too. Next, I'll assemble the item. For this, I'll use a small brush, wood glue, and masking tape. I'll start with one of these pieces. I'll take a piece of tape, and it will be glued like this. Now, I'll use a piece measuring 13.2 centimeters and place it like this, making sure it is well aligned on the side and snug against the center. With another piece of tape, this time I'll place it here. And now, this larger piece will be glued. It will also have a piece of masking tape glued to it. And here, the last piece of 13.2 centimeters will be fixed. All pieces are joined. Now I'll apply the glue. I'll clean the excess with a damp cloth. Then, I can join everything together. Now, I'll place the 2 pieces measuring 18.2 centimeters. I'll apply glue here too. Then, just place the other piece. making sure everything fits well together. Finally, I'll place another piece of tape. It's important to check if the assembly is square. I'll lightly clamp it to ensure nothing moves out of place. I left it for several hours, the glue dried, so I can remove the clamps. You can see the glue job is perfect. Importantly, during the 45-degree cuts on these 4 pieces, there were some small damages to the corners, so I had to make a new cut, removing 2 millimeters from each side, so all 4 pieces are now 56 millimeters wide. Now, I'll mark one of the corners at 27 millimeters. Here we have the background of the item. Next, I'll use the 6 millimeter straight router bit again, this time with this jig that allows cutting at 45 degrees. I'll make a joint in the corners, where a piece of ivory-colored wood will be inserted. It's already 6 millimeters thick. This will reinforce the corner and also add a different detail to the item. The joint looks like this. Here I'll apply a little glue. Then I'll insert the strip of wood. The cut will be made with a Japanese saw to make it flush. This will also be done on the other 3 corners. This one will be cut to a length of 19 centimeters. I'll sand only one side with 150 grit sandpaper. Where it was sanded, it will be glued to this part. Using a brush, I'll apply a bit of glue. I'll clean off the excess, especially on the inside. I'll apply a bit of instant glue at some points to help with adhesion. And now I'll place it like this, with the sanded part facing down, ensuring that everything is well aligned. I'll place something heavy on top and wait for the glue to dry. With the gluing completed, I'll carefully sand with 150 grit sandpaper. After sanding, I used a 22 millimeter diameter corner rounding router bit. With it, I'll round all the edges. After that, I'll do thorough hand sanding, first with 220 grit, then 320, and finally 400. Here on the bench saw, I adjusted the cutting blade to 15 millimeters from the guide. I set it to a height of 10 millimeters, and now I'll make 2 cuts. Here and here, so that it goes through the wood, with this part against the guide. I adjusted the blade height to 6 millimeters, and now I'll make the cut here and here. Since the pieces are 8 millimeters thick, it won't cut all the way through. .220 grit sandpaper. If you've made it this far in the video, click like, and don't forget, I always leave several links in the video description that will help you with creative woodworking. On this part that will serve as the item's lid, I'll glue these 4 strips. They were cut to 12 millimeters wide and 4 millimeters thick. These 2 were cut to this internal measurement. The smaller ones were cut to this measurement. I applied instant glue, and it will be glued like this. The same will be done with the others. This is the result. The final finish will be applying wood sealer, diluted with thinner. Application will be done with a spray gun. Well, folks, here is the finished work. It's a wonderful jewelry box. an item I made with a lot of love to give to my beloved. If you liked it, leave a like and subscribe for more videos like this. Don't forget to comment below with your thoughts on this work. I'll be happy to respond. Become a channel member and contribute to the creation of more videos. This will give you access to exclusive benefits. Thanks for watching, and until the next video,